Hello again, gearheads. It's me, Johnny P again. Anywho, welcome to another edition of John Socks. I got a lot of. Before we pop the biscuits off this gravy train, I want to lay down a little powwow for y'all. There's been an update to the Las Vegas debacle. Apparently, the shooter guy, Stephen Patnick or something, he capped a security officer in the leg 6 minutes prior to the shooting. Now, the guard is okay. He probably made a full recovery. And I wish him all the best going forward in his career. Here, again, still don't know the why Stephen Paddock went up to the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino and shot those people in that country concert. Quite frankly, now that he capped himself in the brain, we may never know. So, more on this as it develops. So, first order of business, and sorry about the wind, it's getting pretty nippy here. Falls rearing its ugly head at us. You know what? Should have bought a hoodie. Anywho, first off on our itinerary, California has pretty much legalized chemical and biological warfare. What I mean by that is that California recently passed a law saying that you no longer have to tell your partner that he now has HIV. Now, HIV, in case you've been living under a rock for the past couple of months, and for the past few decades, is a STD, or sexually transmitted disease, that pretty much negatively impacts you for the rest of your days, up until you kick the bucket. And that means if you get this advanced version of AIDS, you're pretty much up a creek without a paddle. Just ask the late Queen frontman Freddie Mercury. God, may he rest in peace. Now, what do I think about it? Well, I think it's just proof that California is reaching maximum cuckoldry. This is level 3. This is level 3 cuckoldry. Cuck magic. Cuck gaga, if you will. Now then, it's also my concern. I hope that California one day secedes from the Union and or sinks into the bottom of the Pacific. If it would be a mighty earthquake on the dreaded and legendary San Andreas Fault. There's also a pretty good Dwayne The Rock Johnson catastrophe. If you can get over the tear-jerking moments. But enough movie endorsements. let's move on to our next story. So, Dove, the soap brand, has recently apologized to the Autistic Screecher Brigade for a ad they recently done, which was a little GIF on Twitter showing a black woman changing into a white woman, changing into a Hispanic woman. Now, the reasoning behind this is one of simple marketing strategy. They want to show that people of all races and creeds use their product. But what these sad little snowflakes don't realize is that the first rule of selling a product, in this case, body care products like this, for instance. Note, I am not endorsing Dove in any way, shape, or form. I am just saying what I think here. But that said, a lot of people became rather uppity about what has been going on with Dove having their apology. It's so subtle and so effective. Now, we all know that liberals are clearly fake news, and Trump doesn't need, and Dove doesn't need to pull a punch. Now, what these guys did is that they stumbled into the age-old Anita Sarkeesian fallacy, where everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you had to point it all out. And a quick little jab at Anita: Sargon's not the garbage human. You are. If I were in an alternate Twilight Zone universe where you and the other SJWs don't exist, I'd be having a whale of a time doing what I need to do, which is move sets and get my educational stuff out of the way so I can work on fun stuff. But nope. You have to sit there on your pedestal with your hoard of money and your greetings and your sniveling little sycophants and talking about stuff that you haven't once been in danger of doing friggin' research about. Right. Moving on to movies that are going to be dropping this week. This is a new segment in John Tone's Talks. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. I need to watch where I'm going. Anyway, there are a couple of movies worth notice that are going to be dropping from this week. The first one is Happy Death Day, where a self-entitled college student liberal snowflake has to relive the story of her death over and over again until she finds the sicko who keeps whacking her. And no, I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean that in a I'm going to shank you in the face with a knife way. That said, it is another Blumhouse, and Blumhouse has had a pretty good track record with bang up movies. Sinister, The Purge, Get Out, Insidious, yes, Paranormal Activity. Need I go on here? Hang on. Yo, Mom. I changed my mind. It was getting a little too nippy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Over there?
Anyway.
You should have brought a sweater.
Yeah. Pretty poor hindsight. Yeah, well. Anyway. Up next is a movie called The Foreigner. Stars Jackie Chan as a foreigner who had his entire immediate family killed up, whacked off. And now he's going after the guys who killed him. Now, Jackie Chan's getting up there. That is a fact. But do you think? But does he still got it? Only time will tell. Next week's movies that I will be talking about is The Snowman, based off of a really successful novel that got New York Times bestseller. The Snowman follows a detective that on the hunt for an elusive killer called the Snowman. As he thaws out more cold cases, things get more and more personal. You think he'll keep his cool head under pressure, or will he melt at the slightest touch of heat? Only time will tell. Well, on October 26th. 20th. Up next, from the last week of October, is Jigsaw.
You're making me mad.
Taking place a few years after the events of the last movie. The movie follows a group of a copycat killer who are taking a page out of the man, the myth, the legend himself, John Kramer, aka the Jigsaw Killer. So, yeah, that's all the movies. So, let's move on to social justice debunkings. And boy, howdy, do we have a few doozies for you. Harkening back to the Vegas shooting real quick, there are a few people I would love to go off against. The first off is transgender and giraffe impersonator Riley J. Dennis. Now Riley said on Twitter and started a hashtag called hashtag ban all white men. Which, Riley, I don't think you know this, but you were a white male. Well, before you went on to become from the punching bag of the Brothers Whiskeys and pretty much everyone else. Most of them have had enough of your crap. So stop pirouetting around the bush, admit you're a transgender, and we can all go on with our merry lives. And if you don't, well, we're gonna have some problems. Up next, former U.S. citizen turned British smart person LARPer, Piers Morgan. And oh my God, that tweet he put out freaking triggered me. Like, this ticked me off on such a moral level that I had to take the doggo for a walk just to maintain my blood pressure levels. And I know, being mad ain't healthy, but still. Our buddy Pierce, he managed to set off a few bunkers worth of trigger nukes by tweeting, and I quote, if it were a Muslim that did that Vegas attack, there'd be gun regulations out the wazoo. But since it's an old white male, nothing happens. Pierce, buddy, you were a friggin' loser on CNN when Alex Jones and every other sane person worth their salt destroyed you. What makes you earnestly think that you can make sure that you're playing up with some ideas make you the smartest human being in the room? I mean, there's a quote by Thomas Jefferson that pretty much states that the tree of liberty's roots need to be stained with the blood of both patriots and tyrants. Well, if you really, really love the UK's gun control, then why don't you marry it, you uncultured moron? Jesus H. Christ, man. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more lunatic, this crazy Chelsea Handler. Tweeted out that Kim Jong-un has more sanity than our God Emperor Donald J. Trump, sprite be unto his name. Well, considering that this is the very same liberal dunce that wanted to move to Canada and failed in that promise, I wouldn't put it past her. Ask her that she would shove everything Kim Jong-un says down her own gullet and ask for seconds. Oops. Lady, you're done. Your career is over. You're part of the old guard of stupid. It's like that old saying: resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. And Kim Jong-un is a tyrant who's holding South Korea hostage with enough nuclear warheads to last the planet back into the Bronze Ages. I'm fine. There's got something in my throat. But that said, it's kind of sad that somebody as well-respected as you would jump down the social justice rabbit hole. Sadly, it can never pop back up again. And in our next social justice debunking, gangs. Specifically, Black Lives Matter, who shut down the ACLU because, in their eyes, they're white supremacists. So wait. They conveniently ignore the fact that blacks kill of their own at a higher rate than most people because of the stupid war on drugs. But now they are misinformed enough to straight up, distort reality and create mental gymnastics. That is certainly the pride of a Kang right there. I swear to God, these people are the gift that keeps on giving. And now onto some celebrity drama, which I personally don't give a rat's ball sack for. There are some people here watching this, hopefully from a candy store somewhere, because it's Halloween. Because it's gonna be Halloween. That seem to enjoy some drama. Well, apparently Harvey Weinstein of the Weinstein Company is embroiled in a sex scandal. Well, a scandal involving some girls. Now, I for one seen a Weinstein movie by the name of Wind River, starring two Marvel Cinematic Universe alumni. So, and personally, I thought it was a pretty bang-up movie. And one of the best part, it was actually based on a true story, and the director actually did his detective work on it. So, well, we don't know much about the sex scandal other than that it happened, so, well, this is developed, I guess. So, in weather-related news, there are wildfires through the entirety of Northern California. California, as you know, is suffering the biggest drought on record. Not to mention the longest drought on record. And because of this, and there's a lack of water above the brainstem. Brainstem that caused all these liberals to go completely batshit insane. These little cuck boys and cuck girls. Just don't want to bother with reality. Which of course proves to my old standing tradition that liberals in this country are like a virus. They need to be either cured or eradicated. And speaking of liberals, well, as I'm sure you all know that Antifa is now marked as a terrorist organization by the DHS. That means Department of Homeland Security for all us normies. But the less said about those commie LARPers, the better. But anyways, while we're on the subject, if you guys remember the Charlottesville Antifa, the Battle of Charlottesville, now, it was pretty much uncalled for by both sides. Like Trump, I denounced the alt-right and the alt-left for their actions. It was cold and uncalled for, and they know better than this. So, in case you guys don't know, a man who is probably a fedora-tipping neo-Nazi Trump supporter, because your mileage may vary on those types of people. Man Dodge challenged into a group of commie Antifa LARPers, killing one person and injuring a good few others. All because some communist LARPers disagreed with history and want to rewrite it to serve their own benefits by taking down a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. Now, while this intention is certainly noble on paper, this statue of the late Confederate General Robert E. Lee serves as a forceful reminder that if you don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it, my friends. And anyone who says I'm a woke, I'm a cuck because I want those statues still up, doesn't know me well. I'm a student of history, okay? And there's this old saying that keeps getting thrown around the grapevine. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Now on to Yu-Gi-Oh! News. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Set Circuit Break, there are a couple of new Vendread monsters. Vendreads, of course, are based off of the hit Capcom horror series Resident Evil, as well as the Dark Horse, as well as the Image Comics with legendary demon-slaying anti-hero Spawn. Now, the monsters revealed so far in the set from Code of the Duelist are Vendread Hordehounds, Vendread Revenants, and Revendread Slayer. And the two new ones introduced in Circuit Break are Vendread Strix, based off the crows from the original Resident Evil on the Sega Saturn and PS1, and Vendread Chimera. I don't even know what that looks like, but the less said about its design, the better. But whatever the case, they also revealed Vendread Reunion and Vendread Knights. Vendread Knights pretty much acts like a dragon ravine on steroids for these Resident Evil people who inspired zombies. And Vendread Reunion is pretty much a rap Vendread version of Speedred Den Daiko Duke. Keep your classy jokes to yourselves, people. We're adults, not children. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Now, a lot of people say, in sports news, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence, second only to the God Emperor himself, left a football game because both teams were kneeling and or locking arms. Turns out it was President Trump who wanted Mikey Boy to take his leave. To show that Trump really doesn't dig what the NFL is doing. Now, we here in the Spurred Moveset Maker Coalition support the God Emperor, whether or have somewhat mixed opinions on the God Emperor, but I am glad that he's furthering our goal of uniting the normals and the autists. This growing struggle to make autism great again. Now, the reason I say make autism great again is because for too long, Spurgs have been impressed by the normals. It's kind of like with the Kekastanis and Cuckastanis, or ghosts and humans in Ghastly's case. Shout out to you, by the way, Ghastly. You're not the MVP for letting me join the fun. You are the real MVP, good sir. I tip my hat to you. Just put the dumb thing on. There we go. And of course, Bright Power and all hail Blue Whale. Krill be unto his name. Oh wait, Krill is his name. At least it's not Krillin. Unintentional DBZ references are great. So anyways, in more local news, in somewhat state news, more weather-related news, with Hurricane Maria over and done with, and Hurricane Hugo, the next hurricane, is barreling through New Orleans, Category 2 for the record, with wind speeds of 82 miles an hour, thereabouts. New Orleans has gotten quite battered. For instance, now the reason I say battered is not because of the Cajun stir fry. I really don't like spicy foods. But if anyone remembers Hurricane Katrina, the Category 4 hurricane that broke several levees and caused former FEMA CEO to step down due to the or decision making of his mooks. Mooks, for the record. And Shane, shout outs to you for opening my eyes to the cancer of statism and other stuff. I'm glad you got me on the Bogosity podcast, and I'm more than happy to help you again should the need arise. Anyways, exciting news. Today is my folks' 36th anniversary being married. Gotta say, being close to 4 decades. That kind of makes me happy for them. If you guys want to put a congratulations or something along those lines down in the comment section of this video, I say go for it. What's stopping you? Anyways, sit tight for part 2 where I talk about more stuff. Like shooting comparisons and other stuff. Sit tight and remember, traps aren't gay.